Hi, I'm Florence, and today we're going to be looking at place value beyond the decimal point. It's really important that before your pupils start writing decimal numbers, they're able to visualise what the place value actually looks like. So, here I have one whole chocolate bar, and I need to share it equally between 10 students. So I'm going to split it into 10 equal parts. It's really clear to see that we've got 1 out of 10 equal parts as a fraction. We've got a tenth, but this same vocabulary applies when we're talking about decimal numbers. So at this point, it's good to refer to our place value chart. We can see that the tenths column sits immediately to the right of the ones. And just as the ones are 10 times smaller than the tens, the tenths are also 10 times smaller than the ones. If you want to use concrete resources with your pupils, then I really like to use base 10. And they might have used base 10 before, but in order to explore decimal place value, they need to imagine that this 100 square represents a 1 whole, and that the rod represents a tenth. And that way they can physically see that there are 10 tenths within a whole and explore the relationship that way. If we break our tenth down into a further 10 equal parts, then we get 1/100th. And again, the hundredth sits immediately to the right of the tenths. And pupils can explore this with base 10 by imagining that this cube represents a 100th. And again, they can see the relationship between the 100th and the tenths by seeing that 10 hundredths fit in a tenth. And they can also explore the relationship between the 100th and the whole, because 100 hundredths make up the whole. So, how do we write these decimal numbers? Well, let's go back to our chocolate bar. And I've got 1/10 here. So I'm going to put a 0 in the ones column. I don't have a whole. I'm not referring to the whole. I have 1/10. And then I've shaded 1/100th, 2/100ths. So I need to put a 2 in my hundredths column. And when pupils are saying this decimal number, it's important that they say 0.12, not 0.12, because obviously that means something very different for the place value of our digits. So hopefully that gives you an idea of some of the pictorial and concrete resources that you can use to reinforce what decimal place value looks like with your pupils.